Let's take a look and see a little about the green building materials, which is part of 8.2. And I'm going to do it out of the workbook this time. There's 3 tables to fill out that you can find that information in the building. So right here on slide number 6, you'll see there are myths about green building materials. They're new, they're untested, they're expensive, and they're ugly. And here are some of the realities. They're not new. There's 20 plus years of use, and some of them have thousands of years of use. Untested, well, many of them have undergone the test of time, and they are tested by many agencies. They're expensive, and they might seem expensive on installation, but when you do the costs, government rebates, and when you also look at operational costs and costs that aren't usually considered, like health and productivity, then they do not become expensive. And ugly, I don't know who came up with that one. They're often better looking. If you look at marmoleum versus linoleum, you'll see that as a nice example. So that's how you fill out this one. It's really from number 6. Now, materials within the scope of green building. Just take a look. Well, here's a slide called Materials Within the Scope of Green Building. So you would want to get your information off of that. And I haven't included all of these, but I think water. So what are some of the green building? Anything that gives you resource efficiency. Fixtures, toilets, showers, dishwashers, LED light bulbs. Irrigation would be another one. Um, Heating and cooling controls. Oh, not for water efficiency. Sorry, this is about water. So water has fixtures and irrigation controllers. All of those are good green building things. Okay, and then you could put pervious paving into water also. But for energy, let's see the next one. Energy, you can see things like that has to do with climate, refrigerants, materials embodied energy. In other words, do you get energy back when you recycle? Does it take a lot of energy to create the material? Things like that. And of course, we all know that within energy, there's lighting, HVAC, different types of control systems, carbon, end of life cycle. That isn't really in here. You might have to go look that one up somewhere else. But but end of life cycle has to do with recyclability. Is it renewable? Is it harvested? Can you create energy from it later on? Things like that. The end of the life cycle when you talk about recyclability. And then, of course, we've got about the community. We're talking about health later. Okay, transit nodes. Are there gathering places? Are there walkable green spaces? So those are all within the scope of green building. And lastly, we've got the human and health impacts. And you just have to go, this is all over the place in here. So, look, human health impacts, human health impacts, human health impacts, human health impacts, human health impacts. This is because this isn't well formulated yet. Not a lot of standards for these yet. Okay? So you'll go through those ones to create this. So that is your segment on um, materials within the scope of green building.